Hey, hey, happy Friday. My favorite day of the week, I'm never gonna lie. Welcome to FAB Friday with Melissa Price. And
Precious Pauling.
yes, we are your hostesses with the mostesses. And today is episode 15, season 2 for Lessons and Legacies. But I actually was curious about this and I looked up how many episodes of the FAB Friday we've done. And today happens to be our 7th one. And that's
Really? That's my number.
Yeah, that's your special number. So this is episode 7 of FAB Fridays. And so we come to you guys every Friday. FAB stands for Find a Blessing. So for everybody that tunes in live or tunes into the replays, we just hope that anything we bring to the table brings about a blessing in your world. So today I will say just the fact that the sun is shining has been probably the greatest blessing of my day. I've had quite a day. And I tell you, as soon as I've stepped out into the sun and just felt it, I just melt. And it's like,
yes,
everything's going to be all right, you know? So for anybody who's tuning in and maybe new to the broadcast, we'll take a minute and introduce ourselves. My name is Melissa Price. I am a mother of 2 little girls and a wife of 10 years. I am originally from Detroit, Michigan, but have spent the last 13, 14 years, I think, in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where I currently am. And I am an artist, an entrepreneur, an author, podcaster, and just a big believer that there is a blessing in every lesson and that the world is working for our good. So that's a little bit about me and what I stand for. Oh, I'm going to do the share thing too. I forgot.
Yes. And so while I pick up the baton.
There you go.
Yes. Yes, that baton. Thank you. I grab it. I'm going in for the ending. But yes, I am Precious Pauling. I am mom of 5 phenomenal children. I'm a wife of 19 amazing years. I am an author. I'm a playwright. I am a visionary behind the I Choose Me movement. And I can go on. I'm a prophetic poet. I'm the soul sage doctor. I can go on and on about my roles and titles. But my most important part is my mission. And my mission is to help you clean out the viruses in your hard drive by changing the way you think about what you've been through in order to allow it to surpass that space, right? To allow it to actually feed you and nurture you. And so what I do is try to let you see the cup as half full instead of half empty and turn you from a survivor into a soulvivor. And so I just want to work on your mindset so you can recognize that everything you need, you already have. And if you can just acknowledge it, see it, and operate in it, you can be your best self. And so that's, in a nutshell, who I am.
I love the nutshell thing. And you know, I'm such a word person anyways. We both are, but I love those colloquialisms that we have in our language that this is me in a nutshell. And you just, I don't know, I get an instant visual of, you know, those like Halloween costumes where it's like just your head poking out of whatever food you happen to be stuffed inside of, like you in a nutshell with just your head sticking out.
Coming out.
This is
like William, the turtle, right? The turtle coming out of the shell, the crab coming out. It's like, in a nutshell, this is a picture, but honestly, it's no telling what's going to come out of that shell.
Yes, and shells are meant to be cracked sometimes. So, well, hey, we got some people joining us before we get rolling here. Billy Bronco's in the house. How you doing, brother? Congratulations on all of your recovery. Super proud of you. I always say he's my big badass brother. You know, you don't want to mess with the Billy Bronco. He's a tough guy. Survivor. Stars in the house. I know she's wanting to know if she's going to come out of this drawing today.
Oh, yes, right?
Stars in there.
Some cards today. Do we have cards? Do you have some cards today? You feel like a card.
I think cards could be done. Yes.
I feel that. I just feel that energy of, I don't know.
I feel like that too. And you know what?
You feel that?
Yes, we just came off of the full moon, you know, so like the energy shifts after that. And I was going to say, like, you know, I had to deal with like the lawyer and bankruptcy stuff this morning and revising and whatever. So it was like, there was that, but It actually ended up going smoother than I thought it was gonna.
Did I tell you it will last night? I told you.
And I had this nice relief after. So I went and I took the kids for a walk for like an hour and was like, USA. And then it was like, okay, now I got to make lunch. And I was getting ready to do the show. And I was like noticing my energy was like, I feel uppity, like jumpy today, like stirred up. My vibration is like ping ponging off the walls everywhere. So I don't know. I feel like it might be something energetic, but I could use some cards because cards always ground me.
And it's just gonna show you where that energy needs to go, because it's just like, you always pick the right card for me, so I feel like I need a card.
I think we should do a card. Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna do. Well, I love this deck. This is my favorite one. That's my favorite one. Lala came over the other day, and I had to get my whole box of cards out because we're working on affirmation cards for her.
Oh my God!
It's gonna be so much fun. Yes,
amazing.
I have to send you some pictures. But so I was like, well, I need to know what guys,
Let me find out.
But I got like 15 different decks of cards here. Affirmation ones, tarot ones, spiritual ones. I've got all different kinds, but this one's by far my favorite.
Oh, I like that. Billy Brown, he already said he needs his card. So if you want your card, hey, raise your hand, because I'm telling you.
Up there. That's right. Raise your hand. Card. We'll do it.
I can't wait till the calendar is out, because I want to buy the first one.
I know. Well, Lala's got me busy now. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to stay up real late if I want to touch that calendar and get it done.
But what's the fun part is that even on those late night, you love to do it. So it's not like,
I know.
It's like fun for you. So
We're doing that instead of binge watching Netflix or something.
Well, listen, I do both. I actually had ordered me a table from Amazon. So I said, the table that they eat off of, that is mine. I'm gonna be at work while I'm comfortable, while my butt is comfortable. So Rondell's sleeping and I'm like, I can work on my website. It just gives you time to not feel like, so I'm still watching TV, but I'm still clocking into me too. So I mean, those are yep.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Billy says he's never had a card before.
Oh.
So I feel like we should pull Billy first.
Peel his first. I said peel his. Yeah, peel back the layer what God needs to say to him. Peel back the layer.
And you know what else? All right, so you made the card request, and I have a request. I'm going to talk to you through my finger. I want you to read the laughter poem that you wrote in my book.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading that earlier and it just kind of picked me up and also kind of gave me some grounding in where I needed it. And I think that would be a good one to share with everybody too. So, all right, Billy, go with this one. This will be your card. And I'm just going to leave them out. Let us see. Ooh, this is a good card. I feel like this is going to be a solid one for everybody, really. This is a good one. I feel like you're going to feel this too, Precious. I feel like I might have pulled this one for you sometime. So you got the Ancestors card.
Oh, I don't know. I never got that one. I would have never forgot that. That's a beautiful card. Ooh.
You see all the different layers of faces? And the underlying message of that is wisdom. And you see there's like all the different heritages. I don't know if you can see.
I can see it. Yes.
Male, female, different ages, different cultures. Ancestors mean wisdom.
Guidance.
This is going to be good because you know what? I had a card that just fell out of my book too. So that I'm just going to slide in there and we're going to reshuffle. I don't think you would have got that one anyway. This one was supposed to come out. So, all right. Ancestors says, the ancestors are our spiritual kin. They are the ones who walked before us and in some way helped shape the lives that we lead today. You are being asked to honor the ancestors, to keep their memory and spirits alive, and to give thanks to them. Many indigenous peoples and cultures around the world do this. In following this tradition, you are partaking in a timeless connection through which the ancestors can impart their wisdom and assist you with your spiritual journey. Put flowers on a loved one's grave or give thanks to the ancestor whose qualities you've acquired. You may wish to dedicate a small altar with pictures of past loved ones in honor of their memory and light candles in remembrance of them. Honoring those who walked before you and understanding their ways will help you to release hurts and pains. Healing ancestral lines can enable you to break free of destructive patterns and step into the freedom your soul yearns for, to be whole, wise, and complete. Call upon the wisdom of the ancestors and honor yourself for never giving up as you walk wisely in their footsteps. Other divinatory meanings of this card says you could light a candle in remembrance and honor of the ancestors. Someone from your past may have turned up or will turn up. Investigate your ancestral lineage. You are watched over by a deceased loved one.
Wow.
A past life issue needs to be resolved.
Wow, that's big.
And a visit to your homeland holds answers. And I'm actually going home I'm going home in June. So I have a trip coming up. And I personally use this deck every day. And I have pulled this card a lot lately. So this has been a repeat message for me. And then the ancestor card speaks. This is the little rhyming ditty at the end. I love these. It says, once made like you of blood and bone, from earth but now to spirit flown. Honor who we truly are. Wisdom claimed to take you far. So yes, channeling.
I love that card. That's a favorite for me.
Crazy?
Oh, that's a favorite. I felt we needed a card. I felt that.
Well, there you go. What do you think about that, Billy? That's your first card ever.
Wow. He's like, wow, thank you. Wow.
Yvette's in the house. Hey, Queen. She's saying, hey, Precious. How you doing? Dr. Deb. Hey. Dr. Deb's showing up to find out if she's going to win a prize today. The grand prize.
The grand prize.
In there. She's got double the stakes, too. She's got 2 tickets in there. She donated twice.
Oh, he's going to keep getting triple numbers of the angels.
Really? So somebody's trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
You know, you're being communicated with from above. And I think that ancestral stuff, like somebody who's passed on is maybe trying to communicate with you something. And I don't know, like they said, it could be a past issue.
And then when you think about wisdom, sage, right? That's wisdom. That's what sage is, right? To bring in a clarity. And so sometimes you can think about somebody that maybe was in your path, like you said, who would speak of certain things. So you know how sometimes you're like, oh, somebody's gone and I wish I could get their advice, but you actually have their advice because those are the seeds of thought. And so sometimes you have to find out who would say what who is no longer here. And that's that clarity of wisdom that you get, because it's not seeds that haven't been implanted. You look for that person because there is a certain thing that you need and you know they provide. So even when they go on, you still have that opportunity to remember them. And that just means remember the conversations and what would they tell you, because you kind of know what your mama would say, what your daddy would say, what that person that mattered to you would say in a very time, because you went to them and they always gave you the same advice. So I think that sage is a wisdom to be able to remember the advice that was given to you when God gave you them in the flesh, so that the spirit of who they were and what they were giving you can pass on as you travel in those places when you're like, I wish I had that person. You always got that person, because that seed of thought stays with you forever. It's what you do with those seeds that dictate how your tree will grow. So yeah, I think that they always covering us and we can always hear them whisper because remember their tone and remember what they want for us. So yeah, that's the confirmation. I
love it.
That's big.
And I had to chuckle when I read this, because he says, I've been trying to get some sage, but I thought I've been trying to eat some sage. And I was like, you don't do that. No, what are you doing?
No, I mean, you do.
With the sage. I know you could cook with the sage, but
yes, when we went on
a visual of him with the sage smudging stick trying to, Amazon, dude. You can get
Yeah,
some
when we went on our
sage.
Dr. Sebi diet and we went and had to get all natural herbs, we went to the farmer's market in March and we got sage. And I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, so that's what they dry out and you could actually make your own sage. But I was like, oh, it put a nice flavor to the, put a little wisdom in the food.
Yes, Billy, to burn. Yes, to burn. You can eat it. Obviously, sage is an herb we can grow. I almost got some this year, but I did not. I'm almost out of pot space too. My deck is almost full. All right, Yvette wants a card. We'll do a card for Yvette, and see where it goes. Do you want to read your laughter poem while I'm shuffling? I love it.
I can.
Listen, I feel like I need this. I need laughter. I need feel good. I think this was an awesome suggestion. That's a nice card. I've never pulled him, but.
Okay, so laughter is the key. That's on page 59 of Lessons and Legacies. If you don't have it, where's your link at, boo? Put up your link so they can order their book if they don't have one, just in case while they're listening, like, oh, I need that in my house. You do need this in your house. You need this book in your house. So anyway, page 59, laughter is the sound of joy seeping out, for your core was meant to be your internal spout. There is a spirit inside that is longing to be more than just what others can see. That in the midst of your pain, you can still find some cheer. And that laughter is the cure to that external fear. There is a peace inside that can erase every worry. And beneath all that stuff is the laughter you buried. I know it gets hard and it seems easier to frown, but I'm asking you to intentionally put that emotion down. Because every time you laugh, you give power to the spirit within. And it's the fuel you need for all great things to begin. Laughter ushers in love like nothing else can do. It pushes out the pain and makes room for me and you. For we were created in love and God's joy in mind. And when you feed yourself with such nutrients, it honors every moment in time. For laughter is the honoring of the spirit that you hold. It is actually the bonding glue in the process of your mold. So as you get broken in order for your light to shine through, remember laughter is the key to unlocking the inner you. Celebrate your life with laughter no matter where you are. And watch how that one practice will take you oh so far. So find laughter in every moment, even when it's hard to do. For your spirit needs that medicine in order to get you through.
Amen.
Through those valley moments that are inevitable, leading to your success. I know you think you didn't need it, but guess what? God knows you best. You control your life with the emotion on which you choose to feed. So level up with laughter, for it's time to water your spirit seed. Smile and laugh and bring joy with you wherever you go. And you will keep a steady momentum to your purpose flow. Laughter is by Miss Precious Paulin.
The soul sage doctor herself. I'll tell you what.
And to be yours, you go to lessonsandlegacy.company.site. You don't need anybody to get that laughter, but it's so much beautiful poetry, testimonies. Like you have the perfect book today to pick you up. Like if you want joy, you can find that. If you want that success, you can find that. If you want, I mean, it
laughter, resilience,
resilience. Like, I mean, you find other people's way of digging out, and it can help you when you're digging out. That's how I see it.
And I'll tell you what, I'm so grateful. That's probably the best poem I've ever read on laughter, the topic of laughter ever. And for you guys who don't have the book and maybe haven't had this conversation with you, I'll tell you what, that laughter chapter was the hardest one to write out of the whole book. Because, I mean, laughter can't really be forced. I mean, some people got a knack for that. Like those are your stand-up comedians who can write stuff that just they can make people laugh. But for laughter to be laughter, I mean, it's got to be natural. It's got to be genuine. And so I struggled with that. Honestly, it just didn't feel right forcing it. But I had come running to you. I'm like all tapped out. I got nothing left. Can you please write a poem about laughter? She's like, no problem. I'll have it to you in like an hour. And it's one of the best poems I've ever read on laughter.
Wow.
No, nobody.
Okay, what? And you know what? That was the first time I did a poem on laughter. So you gave me something new for the resume, because I've never actually done laughter. So I enjoyed it once I finished it, and I heard what God whispered. So I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. So I'm glad that you challenged me, because I enjoy it too. It just lifts me up just now, because it makes you be.
I needed that today. I needed it.
Moments, right? It makes you show up for you, because it's written, and that this is what's going to help you. So no excuses. Do what's going to help you so you can get to where you need to be. Period. That's it. So yeah, that helped me.
Dr. Debra says, I needed to hear that. Even as I lay in my bed healing, I'll have to find some laughter.
Right.
Dr. Deb, we've been praying for you too. How have you been? Let us know. How's the recovery going? Where are you in the stage of things? She's not been doing too well. We've been praying. And if you ever need anything, I'm definitely a 15-minute drive away. I'm happy to come by with anything y'all need. Just all you got to do is reach out. I volunteer. So
that was all that
bring a meal.
Going. God said that she need to sit down and take a rest before she does the next thing. We don't know how to take a rest. Right. And sometimes when we're so like that, he gonna sit you down. I got my ankle hurt. I got the lives to prove it. You got hurt. There are times when we think God. Look, even God make the 7th day whole. He took a day of rest, and he's God. So we get so used to going 7 days pass, you don't take a rest. Even if every day you wake up, even if it's something you like to do, still you know what rest looks like. And so after a month goes by, you never take that one day, that's already what? One day for each week, that's already 4 days you owe God.
Right. Absolutely.
And he's gonna get it because he needs you to produce. So I'm making sure you're healthy so you can produce. So I'm gonna sit you down so that you can what? You can produce on the level that I'm placing you in. So until I can refill you, I'm not gonna get the 100% of what you deserve before you giving everybody else yourself. So he'll sit us down to make sure that we don't put them before us, because we are God's most prized possession in his eyes. He don't care about nobody else but you. He's dealing with you. And so we got to remember that.
Is that like that shirt that you have that says, won't he do it? It reminds me of like, if you don't, he will. Like, you don't want to force God into that situation where he's going to have to.
You don't want to hear him, honey. You don't want to hear him.
Been there. It's better if we just listen ahead of time and not get to that point. But it happens. We're all human. We all got to learn our lessons, right? And there's a blessing in every lesson. Dr. Deb, I know you're healing and you don't feel great, but just like, I mean, I would imagine you're probably like soaking up the TV and taking a load off and not worrying. Like,
watch the comedy today. Watch the comedy today.
There's a little. You got to look for the bright spot. Make it work. Make it work for you. Make it a blessing. Look at the bright spot of it. Like, I can't remember the last day I watched 8 movies in a row. Like, I mean, for me, that's like a vacation.
A marathon,
sometimes, right? And I will joke because, I have young kids, so I'm kind of like always on the go. But I will joke, and it'll be like, I don't get to rest unless I'm sick. And I used to hate getting sick until I had kids. Now I'm like, if I'm sick, I will deal with the sniffles and I will milk it. I will make everybody think I'm dying.
Like a husband.
I can have like 2 days.
Great.
Friday and Saturday on the couch. Oh, mommy's head hurts so bad. Just quiet. Go somewhere else. And then I can, revel in it a little bit.
They really love us so much. They do feel bad. We just act like superheroes. And that's our fault. Because if we say, can you give us a break? Our kids love us so much. They'll give us a break. Our husbands love us so much. It is us wanting to be everything for everybody, but not allowing everybody to do the same for us. So that's how we don't get receivership. We
Right.
give
I know.
effortlessly and we have a problem receiving, but then we feel like we ain't got nothing. But you can't have it both ways. You got to be able to ask so that you can get back. If you say, listen, I need a break because mommy's tired, they will serve you. Every time I've done it, my kids have served me. My husband has served me. But when I act like I had it together, then it's me trying to show them that just like when you sick, you lay down. And he's thinking,
Right.
you can lay your behind down too if you want to. You don't want to feel like you could be sick and doing everything. I don't have that trait. And so don't get mad at me because that's your trait. And so that's the things I had to learn, that it can get done without me. And if it don't get done the same way, it's okay. We all gonna live. So I had to let go of my control in order to receive what I needed. So yeah, that's huge.
I love it. I love it. See, this, I love that in the beginning, we kind of just jumped on and we were both like, didn't even get to eat yet. So you were running and getting off of your stuff. And I was coming off this with the lawyer and money and blah. And this just, I already feel like a completely different person. 20 minutes in, I feel like everything, and I feel joy. I feel honest to God joy. So thank you to everybody that is participating and is showing up and joining us for the Find a Blessing Friday. I feel like I already found mine. So speaking of the blessings, we will do one more card. Yvette, don't think I forgot about you. I got the cards out. We'll do another card like a little bit towards the end because they do take a little bit of time to read. And I do want to get to a few things before the end of the show for sure. So however much time there is towards the end left, we can do as many cards as we want then, but I'll definitely get one more in. I do want to switch over to the topic of blessings. Before we do, let me catch up these comments real quick. Okay, so Dr. Debra said, first of all, Precious, you were so right. And that's the lesson that I am taking away from all of this.
I'm a soul stage doctor. I know.
That's what she does, man.
You ain't got to tell me nothing. I just feel it. He whispering. He tell me your business.
That's right. She's prophetic. She's prophetic, this one. Yvette, excuse me. Yvette says, the day before yesterday, I walked from the building to something station. Dooley Station? What's the Dooley Station? Do you know
that's the name of the station probably that she went
to? To where I worked. Oh my gosh, it was a long walk. I came home and went back out after that, and wow, mad tired. You're still working with your knee, aren't you? I know she's been dealing with knee surgery for like.
So you're stretching. Good job, though. Yeah. Let's celebrate Miss Goodridge.
That you went out twice.
Goodridge. I love that. Right. Let's celebrate you for doing that, because if you had to search, you know how easy it is to just sit down, but to be able to say, I'm going to go, I'm going to walk, I'm going to do what is required of me for the healing. And that's it. Sometimes you don't know, but we spoke about decision. After you make a choice, you can always make a decision, which cut off that thing or add that thing. And so after we choose certain things, it's our job to follow through with it. And so if you went through the knee surgery, why not go through the process of making sure that once it's finished, you don't have to go back. And so let's honor our choices by making the right decisions that's going to put us in a better position tomorrow. So celebrate you, even when you're in pain, even when you're tired, you still are doing the work. You will be grateful tomorrow for that work you're doing today.
And make it fun too, you know, like I know you like doing your lives and stuff. If you are able to do it from your phone, you can always like go and take your however long of a walk you do, and however, you know, you do your workout videos and stuff, post yourself out on the street, talk and talk and make it fun. You're also inspiring other people when you're putting your stuff out there, you know. So there might be somebody else sitting on the couch saying, I don't really want to, but I know I have to if I want to get better. And that might come across the feed and get them up off the couch. So I'm just saying, find ways to make that healing process work for you. Be fun, capitalize on it, maximize it, you know, get the blessing out of it. So, and again, it's just, I know you like to do that stuff anyway. So that would just be another little nugget, little food for thought, just planting a seed. Let's see. Dr. Debra says, I'm learning that not everything in my business is an emergency.
Come on now.
Me too. And I feel like that is catching hold with a lot of us. William Brown's made some changes. I've been making changes.
Come on now.
I think all of us have maybe gotten like a little bit in over our heads and like, oh, okay, wait, we got to slow down.
It's not even that. Think about it, Melissa. It's not even that in over your heads. It's processing. because the process, let me tell you something. When I had the twins, my process in dealing with two twins is totally different than the twins that are 11 now, right? You got to change with the process. So if time is moving, then the way you show up should be moving. And so that's what is allowing room to process into the new part. So like you said, when you could take that break, you got to do it different. You got to show up different because you can.
Absolutely. Amen says, Yvette says, amen. Yes, I do. I video myself when I was walking. Well, yeah, make it like a regimen for you. I'm not saying you got to do it every single time, but like make it a special thing. Like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you do a morning walk and walk and talk. Walk and talk with Yvette. There,
That's so cute. I like it.
And walk and talk with Yvette, and let's see what your surroundings are, and just whatever your healing process is, or whatever is on your mind, build on it. I think you're onto something for real. Okay, so all right, we're caught up on the comments. Let's talk about blessings. Did you have any major blessings this week? How were you blessed in any certain way this week in particular?
Well, you know what I would have to say. We lost two amazing people this week. And so I would have to say my blessing is being able to realize that tomorrow is not promised. And so, two of our friends lost their young son in his senior year, was murdered by gun violence. Another one of our friends we called to check up on him, and the wife said he didn't make it we called him on Monday, and we called back Monday. We called him on Friday, and we by Monday he was gone. And it was just like the gift and the blessing is to recognize that every time you wake up, it is a gift. And the one thing that is certain is that the day you die, you are moving toward the day you are born, you are moving toward the day you will die. And so I think that the blessing is every day you wake up, that you acknowledge that somebody didn't wake up this morning, and that you acknowledge is that the gift is in enjoying every day, because it is not promised. And enjoying every day doesn't mean you got to be with everybody and do. It means to make sure that your quality of life lives up to a space and a place that you are enjoying, because we are losing precious lives because people have lack of emotional control. We are losing lives because people haven't became soul vivers. They are survivors. So the flesh is here, but the mindset is still hurting, and it's still that child. And that's why I say, how special are you? Where you're one of a kind. It is for everybody, because there's so many of us who are suffering in silence, and then you get to be the blunt of somebody's pain or somebody's lack or somebody's loss, because they don't stand enough in the position of the gain. And so I think that the blessing in this week was to look at who I am, where I am, the abundance of family, which is success. I mean, you wrote it so well in your book, Melissa, that success is family. Success is making the moment count, because tomorrow is not promised. And so I would say my blessing in this week is being able to say, I'm grateful that I still have time to work on lighten up the world. I'm grateful that outside of my roles and titles, that there is a mission on my life, and I'm going to wake up every day with that mission until I never wake up again. Because one thing that's for certain is that we all will die. No one knows the day, the time, or the hour, but if we can show up for us and enjoy each other daily and enjoy the blessing of being able to be next to that person or call that person so you don't regret that, that's the gift. And so it learned me to be more aware and conscious of what a gift it is to be given. So that's my blessing this week.
I agree. I agree with you. Yvette says she's blessed that God woke me up this morning, woke her up this morning. Do you think, this is just kind of a sideways added question here, but do you think that you would live any differently if you knew when you were going to die? The exact day, the exact day?
I think I would say no, only because I feel like I'm living in my purpose and my passion. So I wouldn't say I would have done anything different up to date now. Now, 10 years ago, I would have moved faster if I knew where I was. But as far as where I am today, as a 40-year-old mom and wife of 19 years, I would say that I would be okay with who I am showing up as today for me. And as much as I can give, I give the best that I got every single time. And so I'm okay with my showing up. So I think I wouldn't change anything right now.
I feel I love doing these questions because they're just always so filling. I feel like I'm filling. I'm about to be overflowing by the end of this.
I know you are.
That's the way to start the weekend, though. It's Find a Blessing Friday. I feel like my blessing this week came from Creative Company, and I have you and Lala to thank for that.
We had a good time.
Honestly, we had our time yesterday, and when Lala came 2 days ago, and to pick up the shirts that she did, and to talk projects and work and whatever, and I told you, the kids hung out and we sat and we talked, and then I talked to my mom after she left, and I'm like, man, it's just so nice when somebody comes over and visits with me. It always makes me I never take it for granted anymore, ever, when somebody comes by and I can actually just sit and be part of and present and socialize. Like socializing, I totally took for granted in the past. And I was really grateful for that I just felt full after she left. And the same with you and the kids and everybody that came yesterday. It was so nice to just be together and in person. And and both of you are creative. All three of us have our dreams, and we're kind of we're in our own lanes, but kind of playing on the same floor,
on the same highway. We're in our own lanes on the same highway.
Different lanes, but the highway to purpose. That's right.
Yeah, the book. Yeah, we on the same highway. Yep, yes, we are.
But so I was really, I was feeling a lot of creative fire in me this week, and then there's also this. The bear of obligation that comes in and kind of drags you away from your dreams from time to time, and no, focus on finances, don't focus on your dreams right now. And so sometimes it's been great this week because you guys, I feel, were extremely necessary to enter into my world this week physically, to keep me going and not just forget it. I'll get to it when I get it. I can still do both. You got this. You got it, girl. You got it. I've been needing to sing that this week. And you guys, being around you guys, seeing how you work through your tough times and, your obstacles, and then just being able to spend time has been more than you probably knew it was yesterday. But
I didn't know it meant that much. I'm glad.
Yeah. If I had to single my greatest blessing out, was Creative Company this week.
Oh, I love that.
For the creativity and for the company. I needed it both from you guys. So
and I would add to that, CCCC, Christ-Centered Creative Company. Didn't that make a big difference?
There you go. From 2 to 4 like that. And 4 is it's a stable number. It's a solid stable number. Safe. It's safe and fruitful. I love the 4s too. And 2 is my favorite number. So
which is half.
Without that 2.
You're nowhere without that 2, because 2 must touch and agree. Long as you got 2, you got enough.
That's right. And so how would you like to be blessed in the upcoming week? Do you have an intention or a focus that you would like a blessing in? I'll say for me,
because I'm thinking what I like. I want to make sure I'm clear so God knows what He need to do for me.
For me, well, mine's kind of a little bit of a repeat of what I feel like my blessing was this week. I'm dealing with lawyer stuff and have to get the taxes. I have a deadline for all of this stuff to be done and in by the 6th. So I have to spend this weekend and next week all back, forth, drop off, talking to these people, numbers, money, shame that I try to breathe out. I know, things you wish you would have done different, but it's about to be bye-bye. So, and it's been almost a year now. This has been a 1-year process.
Listen, we all put shame on our spending, because a lot of us don't invest. A lot of us do it. So it's no shame. It's just, it's what we was taught. Those are the generational curses. We've been taught to buy and not invest as much.
The things that no longer serve us, right?
We swap them over. We learn, So it's no shame in learning, baby.
Right. Well, I'm ready to release it. Release it. I know better, so now I can do better, right? Yeah. So I want a blessing this week to just really be able to maintain this mindset, to maintain this me that you see right now. Yeah. It's okay. We've got it. God's got it. It's gonna be fine. I want to keep my spirit right. through the next week. I want to be able to laugh about it. I want to be able to let it go. I want to move on it and not procrastinate. You know, I want to find the blessing in this lesson.
You already got a book for it. So you already got the tools to brighten your day no matter when it comes. I love it.
Yeah, so that would be how I'm wishing for a blessing this week, is to just maintain that blessing mindset. I have to make sure my vision is clear this week and not tunnel vision on the junk. I need to have clear vision, purpose vision, spirit vision, and act accordingly, you know, exist accordingly. And I got a lot of that from you. She's the best teacher ever. So how about you?
You know what I'll say, Melissa? What I would like to be blessed with this week is extra energy. And because I got the ideas, like, oh my God, if I had a dream team that would just follow me around and I could just give them ideas, no problem. But I need the energy to have the idea and then
execute.
Right. Yeah. Because it's so many different things. I guess I need the energy to stop, to focus. I need focus energy. Let's say that.
Right.
Focus energy, because I'm like easily distracted. And I say I got ADD, right?
Dreamer directions.
Yeah. So I got that dream ADD where I'm like, okay, every day when I ask God to bless me financially, he only gives me a new idea, because we understand that is the thing. He's going to give you the faith to work out. So to walk out. So he gives me a new idea, and I got to stop asking for that and just take that energy and say, okay, I didn't give you 10 ideas, Precious. Go ahead. Go off with your ideas. Don't come back here. So I just need the energy to stop creating, because that's the easy part. But actually saying, okay, this. So I need that for this week. Just that burst. I had it. Right now, I'm just like,
Well, I will pray for you for that. And then I feel like I'm just gonna be that sister friend and try to go and check in this week with you and see if there's something I can help with, and just be that blessing for you. So this is why I like this part of the show, is because when you put your blessings out there, you'd be surprised at how many people are willing to raise your hand and be like, I can do that for you real quick. Like, it's no sweat off my back. I can come over or I could do this or whatever. And it can make all of the difference in somebody else's week. And, you know, the blessings that we ask for are pretty, nobody's sitting up here asking for a Maserati next week, is all I'm saying. Or like, I want to have a positive mindset next week. Or you want to be like focused and intentional. So, how hard is it for any of us to like raise our hand and be there and be that like buddy for that person the next week? Just checking in once, like on Wednesday, to be like, hey, how's that focus going? What are you working on today? We're not talking about Friday. What are you working on right now today? What's the plan? Tell me, because if you tell it to me, you'll organize it in your brain, and then you'll realize, like, so I'll wake up in the morning and just be like, my day is just like this abstract canvas of all of my stuff just flung everywhere in no order, and I begin like computerizing in my brain, like step 1, do this, step 2, like trying to make some sense of everything I know that has to be attained. So I get you. I kind of wake up that way, but sometimes checking in midweek or something like that, having to say it to somebody else, it does it quicker. And then when you verbalize it, I feel like you hear the ridiculousness of some of the things that are on your list. Like, that does not have to be done today.
This week, right. You know? And then it's out of order, because God gives you the end before the beginning. So you have all these endings, and it's like, well, it's not at that point yet. You just have a format. You have a structure. But you just want to be here, and it's like, all right, I'm just giving you a structure. No wonder God don't let us see too much, because we'll blow our own minds, because we're crazy. He's like, one thing at a time. If I give you something else, you're going to get distracted. So he knows how I am. I'm easily distracted when it comes to dreams.
Me too. Creativity, stuff like that. I'm one that has many creative projects going on at one time. And I've gotten better at being discouraged about that too, because I used to be the person like, nothing ever gets done. But things are constantly being done. Yeah. point. So it's just switching the mindset and like, instead of being like, nothing's done, I can be like, look at all this great, look at all the creativity that's in motion right now. It's all going down, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just switching perspectives, I think. And that's what I need to focus on this week. I feel like that's going to be my saving grace, is to keep that mindset right. So any inspiration anybody wants to pop my way next week, that's how I want to bless, and I'm putting it out there. So I receive.
Well, I got you.
Practice receivership too. So I will not deny any of it. So we've done how we were blessed. We've done how we want to be blessed. And I think today,
we also know how we was a blessing, right? I think
we're about to be blessing some people right now. I think we should get this drawing on and bless somebody with the Love in the Box. Somebody loves you, baby. By Benita Ledet, A Unique Heart. She said she was going to try to be on here. I'm sure she'll catch the replay. But you guys know we spent every Friday this month showing you everything in the box. It's amazing. And we've got several of you in here waiting to find out. Let me grab the kids 1 second.
Oh, yes.
They wanted to be the one.
You will be in trouble if they do not. They're early waiting to pull the name out.
Come on, quick. All right, they're coming. They had the special request that they could be picking. Charlotte is going to shake. Yeah. And mix. All right, do it in the screen so everybody can see it's real and we're not faking anything. All right. And Sophie's going to pick.
Shut your eyeballs.
Yep. All right. Who's it going to be? Who's the winner?
Something in purple mark. Star Flicker.
Say it loud, Fletcher.
Star Flicker.
Star Flicker.
I'm so happy. Look. Come on now. This is
so you're gonna get. Let's see. I know
Dr. Deborah made Dr. Deborah happy because yes.
You get the mug. No, don't. You get the mug. You've got the tea.
You got
the mirror.
You got
the love candle.
You got
that's a cute love candle. I like that.
Yes, a necklace.
And we've got the self-love journal. Woo!
And we have pictures.
And the affirmation cards. Here, you can fan those out. Fan those out. Show everybody. Not that top one. That's the business card. Show those. And you've got the step-by-step self-love guide. And the self-love activities.
Auntie P.
Yes, baby.
On Sunday, can your kids come over to the lake?
Probably.
Yay!
Game. Yes, we can make it happen.
She's gonna call you out on live.
On live, right?
Congratulations. She's
Did we know how to ask our parents when they were having a good time? You sneak it in there, so you be like, yeah, sure.
Yes, everything.
We all did it.
You can't say no when you're live.
Oh, you won. What you meant? Yeah, you won.
You won.
I think it went over her head.
You won the love box.
Yes, you did. Mm-hmm. You did. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pack it all up here.
You won.
Somebody loves you, baby. There you go.
Somebody loves you, baby. You got all the goodies coming to you. And
you can just hold it because Star is moving. And she's moving down south. So she can I
didn't get to meet you.
Yeah, she'll be down here full time starting on May 5th, 6th, one of them.
Wow, like real soon. Oh, she says, "What did I win?" That's so funny.
Yeah, she's about to, I'm over here in shock. Like, did I hear my name? That's like me. I never win a raffle. I never win raffles. I just be like, God.
I've never been a big winner either.
You ain't get nothing free. You gonna go ahead and get it. I put my name on there. I get a toy. I'm like, I think I may have won once or twice, but I just be like, I'm just putting it in just to sow a seed because they never pull my name.
I know. I just no expectations, no disappointments.
No disappointments.
I will sometimes still get suckered into those radio things like be the 90th caller and you'll win $1,000 to pay your bills, or concert tickets, or I used to try to call and request songs back when I was a kid, but and I got on the radio like one time and I felt like, I'm famous, I was on the air, but I tried to win Brothers Osborne's tickets last week, and I've tried all year to every time I hear those $1,000 be the caller saying, I'm like, one of these times I'll get a break,
I used to write Oprah every day some topic like, she's got to find me. I had went so close to winning one time. They was going to redo everything. We was at the house, but we had went to the last where they had the emergency thing going back and forth. And then we was between two people. And then the other person won. I'm like, I keep on getting this close, but don't worry. I'm about to get there.
Dr. Deb says, you won, baby. That just adds to all the blessings that are coming to you. Amen. And Star says Friday the 7th. Ooh, that's the second time that 7's popped up.
So that means next Friday when we have our live, it's going to be on the 7th.
See?
I didn't even realize next Friday was the 7th. Going to be another one of my good days. No.
Yeah. It's like the Friday the 13th, but it's your world. It's the Friday the 7th. It's wherever we put our energy and attention. Star says, yes, God is amazing.
Yes.
It's really feeling like my season these days. Me too. I'm telling you, something about this sunshine makes everything just.
You gotta believe it to receive it, right? That's why I never won a raffle, because I didn't believe I could win it.
Debra, she said, I won tickets to a Prince concert once.
Now that's a good. Listen, if you're gonna get one raffle, that's the one to win. I mean, that'll make everybody's out the box in most occasions. So I guess you won the best one. So maybe God is waiting for my best one. I'm gonna get $1 million.
I tried to win is concert tickets, and I don't even know what concert going tos look like anymore. I guess it's probably going to get back to normal soon. Looks like they're changing, mandates and things around now. But I'm such a big concert person. That's the only thing I've ever tried to call and win. I've never once won concert tickets. Like I said, I've gotten through and gotten on the air to request the song once, but that was it.
I've done 2 concerts, I think, my whole life. I did Summerfest 2020. And then I did, not 2020, 19. Daggone, what year was that?
She's like, wait.
2000. I did a concert in 2000, and the only other concert is my girlfriend took me, and I went to see Jill Scott in Charlotte. She was at like one of the things, but I'm not actually a concert person either.
Why?
I don't know why. I just
crowds or
no. I mean, I have no problem with crowds. I just
know you like music. I know you are a musical person.
Well, actually, I listen to different music, and the song got to reach me. I'm really a movie buff. I'm the movie person. I'm the one that wanna be at the Oscars. I'm the person that loves a movie. So I've never actually been, even though I write poetry and everybody would come to me when they hear me be like, you can write amazing songs. But I love songs. That's why, because I can hear it. But I'm actually more of a movie person, not really a music person. I love music, but I've only been to 2 concerts my whole life. So that's how much.
That's crazy. Listen. Maybe if you go to a concert with me, it might level it up on your Richter scale there. I'm just saying.
I did not have fun now. I did not have fun. It wasn't that I didn't have fun. It was like,
And I'll go to the movies with you because I love both. I love movies and I love music. I just like to experience all of it. Loud. If it's loud, I'm happy. Dr. Deb says she gave the tickets to her goddaughter for her birthday. Aww, that was very sweet of you. Yeah. That's nice.
Yes, nice.
I have a hard time parting with concert tickets.
I think I would have been it, but dude, that would have been one of the gifts that I've been like, all right, God, this is what you're gonna let me win. You got jokes, huh? No offense to who it was. Is like, come on, this is what I'm gonna win, and that's the one thing I wasn't asking to win. I just put my name in, and that's what. Yeah, that would happen to me.
Well, see, then if it's not something, here's how you find the blessing in it. Okay, hopefully, me and my young coach days you're witnessing. the blessing in it is, okay, so like you won the tickets and maybe you're like, okay, this is stupid, I don't want to go. But you think about, okay, how can I really make somebody else's day right now, and start scanning your family, friends. Like, who can I be like, hey, I see you. Concert tickets. I know you like this person.
That's it.
Just go have fun. Just have fun. And they don't need to know nothing else. And you just go and be like, make that person feel like God just dropped a blessing bomb on them.
That's how you do it. He can only send it through you.
Pass it on. Like you pass the baton. You pass the blessing on, right? So yeah, I'm for it. I always find a use for everything. Got to repurpose everything. So, all right, should we do one more card?
Yeah, we have 55. Let's do one more card before we leave them.
We'll do one more card, a Find a Blessing Friday card. We'll do it for all of us. Okay?
I'm going to take it in my spirit. I'm going to receive it in my spirit right now.
I want everybody. I want this to be, for everybody watching. I want it to be for me too. I haven't pulled a card for me today either. Billy, you got your own card because you never got a card before, so it was the first time.
Yes. I said that's why I'm receiving cards.
What Debra, Star, you all have gotten cards. I know you've been on here. You got cards before, so.
So yes, I want to collectively feel what is the whisper, because it doesn't have to land on everybody. When God leaves a message, you got to make sure you hear which part belongs
for you. Right. Which part belongs to you. Exactly. It's the intention and the spirit that is here that is asking for that direction. So yes, this is going to be our blessing. This is our blessing message. What are we all supposed to be taking in? And I am going to start practicing my receivership right now. I'm ready to receive this message. Yeah, shuffle yours. You get us.
I'll get one card. I'm going to do one.
I am. All right. This one's just jumping out to me right away. It looks like it's got an angel wing wisp on it. All right. You guys see it? I didn't look. It's here. Nope. There we go. All right. It's always so much fun doing cards. That element of surprise. Ooh, man. Okay. I like this card, and this is really funky because you remember the show that we did with William Brown on Sunday? And you introduced we all got to bring our own word to the table, and you brought Soulviver. And you remember when I said my part of what it means to me? Soul retrieval. That's exactly what I was telling you.
I told you I was going to welcome in a card that I needed. Let me hear more.
So, and before I read it, so underneath it, it says soul retrieval is all about reclaiming yourself.
Reclaiming. Restoration.
Right. And from what I know, and I've read of this, I haven't done it yet, but I've read, it's like basically whenever we go through a traumatic situation in our lives, like it could be a divorce, it could be losing a job, it could be a physical injury, it could be, anything from any point of your whole life. If it's caused you some kind of grief or trauma in any way, it's the bad stuff. It's not like stubbing your toe. It's that heavy stuff that works a number over on you. So in the shamanic beliefs, they say like your soul fragments and breaks apart when things like that happen. I'll use, something you and I both have in common is we've both had sexual abuse happen to us throughout our lives. And I will speak, for myself. I definitely had some closed doors when it came to intimacy for a long time. And it took me, it wasn't going to a counselor. It wasn't this. And I did all these things, but it was like, something's still missing. It was really realizing that there was a part of me that was hiding in a closet, little, 6-year-old me hiding in a closet somewhere, floating around in energy space. That is like a piece of your soul that you don't want to address. It's something that's hurting, that needs healing. And it's kind of stuffed down under the surface. So they say there's that soul fragmentation, and then there is the process of soul retrieval, which you need a guide. You go into this meditative state, hypnosis or meditation. You know, I think like certain people will smoke some stuff too. Like, you don't have to, but there's different ways of doing it. And this person kind of guides you back to that traumatic place and helps you find that little inner person, whatever age they might be, that little piece of your soul, and bring it back into your current space to make you whole again. And so that you can bring that little girl back from the closet and say, hey, you're safe here. I know you've been floating around out there scared for so long, but we're going to work through this, heal this, and you're safe here with me now. And it puts you back together, and something's supposed to click, and everything's supposed to be fire, and you're whole and back to, you know, where you were intended to be. So that's the process that I know. And I will read you what the book says, but this is an extremely powerful card. And it's really funny. Like I said, the Soulvivor is your new word. It got brought up on Sunday, and I said, that word reminds me of this. And that's the card that goes up. So that was,
I would just have to say, I just got my own card. Can I get my own?
You
card?
did. You said, I'm taking it in my spirit.
This card is what
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming
it. We could share it, but I'm claiming it. Okay.
It's like, no, watch me. Watch me just do that. That's my card. Honest to God, direct connection, direct hit. It's like battleship. You have sunk my ship. Okay. All right. Soul retrieval. All right. Everybody listen up. This is supposed to be for all of us, but the soul sage doctor darn claimed the card. All right. It says, your emotions and feelings are running amok, which is exactly how I felt coming into this today.
Right.
Leaving you confused and out of control. So maybe this is going to work for all of us.
You know, I said I need focus. So that I can all these dream ADD. Come on.
Right. See? It says you're weary from putting the needs of others before your own. This card suggests that there has been a recent struggle due to a lack of self-worth, stress, and distress. Recently, you have felt as though you have lost a part of yourself and have been rather dispirited. Fragments of your beautiful soul are lost every time you give away your personal power to others or are verbally or physically attacked. Remember, the fears, beliefs, and faiths of others have played a big part in creating who you are, who you are not. Discernment enables you to separate others' thoughts and actions from your own. Soul retrieval journeys with you to the lower and upper worlds where the fragmented parts of your soul reside. This can only be accessed with the assistance of either your power animal, spirit guides, and be sure to call upon them. By bringing the missing parts of your soul back and reconnecting with them, you will once again feel whole and complete. Allow soul retrieval to restore harmony as you reclaim all that you are to step fully into for your personal power. Other divinatory meanings say step into your authenticity, which is, that's right there. I choose me. Hashtag no more excuses right there.
No more excuses.
Right. And then if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. And I know like all of us as mothers, we all say that to our kids, right? We have to tell that to ourselves though. I've just started learning how to do that to myself this year. Like even when it comes to coming up and doing the shows and stuff, like if it doesn't feel right, if it's putting something on you, like don't because you're going to be putting that energy out there along with it. Like
yes, you
got to do everything in that right spiritual alignment, you know? And it's just, I think this whole journey is just the awareness of that. And you have to be aware of when you're not operating in that alignment and make the intentional choice to switch gears, you know? It says you are seeing, okay, if it doesn't feel right, you don't do it. You are seeing the truth in a situation. Open your eyes to what others are really saying. Be gentle with yourself. You are on the mend, which I know we got a lot of people healing up in here in the audience today. A lot of people healing. Release judgment of yourself and others. And connect with and trust your guides. Billy, remember that. And then the soul retrieval card speaks. This is the final little bit here. It says, let's piece back your fragmented soul.
Picking up the broken pieces.
to heal, to balance, to make you whole. Retreat from feeling guilt or shame. Personal power's yours to reclaim. Ooh, and like add some shame and lane and all this stuff. Like if that's not a claimed card right there.
I'm about to make me some cards. I'm about to make me some cards.
Woo! I think that's a fabulous message.
To write on some cards. I'm about to make my own healing cards.
Right? So yes, it's, you know, reclaim your power. Every piece of you matters. Even the broken pieces, you know, even the broken pieces.
But they only matter if you pick them up.
That's right. That's right. They're doing no good floating around in space.
On the ground, right? So if you don't pick them up, you don't become whole. So yeah.
That's right.
My new thing that I just said, my new thing that just came to me, I was talking, you know, is change. And I gave the concept of people always walk over quarters, dimes, pennies. A lot of people walk over change, but that's what we do in our lives. If you would gather all that change instead of walk over it, you can create a wholeness, a whole dollar. We want to look for the dollar because we devalue the change, and the change is what makes you whole. And so we don't start to accept the change that we are stepping over, that we actually did to actually find out what our X factor is, then we never become whole because we never actually counted up the change. So that's what that is about. You sitting down and recognizing what it cost you, what is laying around, so you can gather it up so that you can pick up those pieces and become whole again. But not just whole in any kind of way, in a transparent kind of way. Because God cracks you because the light is inside. And so once you crack
that nutshell, right? That nutshell.
So the light can be seen. But after you break, you are to remove the shame and get in your lane and pick up those pieces. But now you're transparent because you're not afraid of what you went through. You know, that's why they get to see your light. So now through transparency, the sun can shine. So now after he breaks me for me to see my light, and I picks up those broken pieces and stand in a transparent way, then my light shines through my wholeness because I'm enough. And so that's the idea. I can go deeper and deeper, but we are about to get out of here. So
yes, that's true. And Dr. Deb says, gosh, that is so true. Soul retrieval is a necessary piece of healing. I love leading those sessions for women. Dr. Deb, I didn't know you did that. Do you do it like in the shamanic style, or do you just like you just do that in your way? I'm curious because I know you have an interest in this too. You and I were supposed to do we had a shamanic journeying class we were going to go do somewhere around in the COVID situation, and we didn't end up doing it. But so I'm just curious if you do you do it like that, or do you do it in the Dr. Debra way? Because I'm just curious if I didn't say that enough. And Star says yes. So yeah, it's been a fantastic and fabulous Friday. Yes. Congratulations again to Star Fletcher. Yes. And thank you so much to everybody that supported and donated along the way. Dr. Debra, thank you. I know you were like the double time champ, donated. Thank you so much. Stephanie Morris donated, Dr. Deb, Joan Dunham, my mom did. We had so many people, and I just am so very, very grateful. So just remember and know that the dollars you did donate are going to make a difference in the lives of people fighting, people, not just the people with cancer, but their families too, and the doctors and the teams that are trying to really break ground in all the forms of cancer right now. So thank you for sowing a seed in that. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the prizes and the giveaways too. And thank you to Benita also for donating the box. And I will get this out to you tomorrow, Star. Or no, wait, we're going to hold it.
No, you're going to hold it. We'll be here next week.
That's right. I'm going to hand deliver this to you maybe. If you can come on over to Precious's house, I'll actually get to meet you and hand it to you. Or I'll just give it to Precious. And whenever you hand it to her. So this is.
I gotta go, Melissa. Somebody's waiting downstairs.
That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. This has been a Fab Friday yet again, and go ahead and leave us with your final message, you guys.
Well, it is not for you to compete. It's for you to complete. The major difference in those two words is the letter L, which stands for love. It is a relay race, and somebody is relying on you to turn your heartbeat into a soul beat in order to leave your soul print. Because the fingerprint tells us what you got wrong in this world, but the soul print, it tells us what you got right, and what God got right is you. So it's time for you to show up in your light, because you got to remember you can never turn on anybody else's switch. Light, sorry. But you can't provide enough light for them to find their switch. So stay lit in this world so somebody can find their way out of the darkness. That is it.
And that is me.
And that is me.
And thank you guys again, everybody who donated. Thank you for always tuning in. Like, share, catch it on YouTube. Lessons and Legacies on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Facebook. We'll catch you guys next Friday at 2:00. Dr. Deb, I'm totally gonna message you soon, and I want to continue the conversation here. I had no idea that I know that you had the interest. I didn't know you could do that. I'm interested. I want a book. So I love you guys. Have a blessed weekend. And remember to find the blessing in every lesson. We'll see you guys next Friday and Sunday. We'll see you Sunday. Sunday with William Brown. You guys have a good one.